And then my last thing, which is I haven't been too vocal online about this headphone because it's not something you can buy, and making it is a pain because it's not even to their instructions. It's a mod. Is the Capra Audio OUROBOROS, which is their closed back design.
You do not get a pass on that. You can't say whatever the fuck you just said.
Ouroboros is how you say it?
Yeah, I believe. Did you say Ouroboros?
Okay. Yeah, it's the same syllables, just accented differently. Let me know. Anyway, so this was made for me also by Golem with a nice color changing green, purple with resin finish, which absolutely love that. So this uses a different driver. It's kind of a no-name coaxial driver. So there's a smaller driver. So it's kind of like a ring radiator where there's like ring radiator on the outside and then a smaller driver on the inside. They don't use the smaller driver. They just use it as a passive radiator. They disconnect it. But this thing is like, I don't know that I have a stock headphone in my house that I prefer more. And I have this on my desk with me.
What are the measurements like?
I can show you.
Okay. So
this is a mod. This is not the stock Ouroboros. It's very close to the stock Ouroboros, but
it's a Turtle Beach driver.
It's a driver.
I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
No, it's a driver found in the Turtle Beach Recon 500.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and pull this up on chat.
Weird.
Okay, there we go.
Those kids on Xbox Live were right the whole time.
So
all right, take a look here.
This is a
no 10K
headphone.
That explains it.
I mean, so this isn't really shown in the DFHRTF because it's not calculated, but I'm pretty sure this ear just like has that feature. That said, I do like that about this headphone. Yeah. I don't have the new ear, but it even relative to most headphones, I do think this headphone has less there. This little mid bass hump is a little bit much for me, but the two things I really love: no low mid range dip here, typical of basically all closed back headphones ever. Period. Like, I don't know what they did. It really works for me there. Like, male vocals don't sound. What's up?
Blocked canal data as well.
I haven't yet. So the third thing Golem sent me is actually a pair of in-ear mics. I haven't used them yet. I think I might have broken them, or they might have broken in shipping because they were giving me very weird results. Golem's results on head, they do have more leak, but this dip gets filled in as well. So it's just overall kind of more normal, and then it rolls off around like 30-40 hertz. But then the second thing is that there's no overly forward like 1.5 to 2.5 energy, which I also find is very common on closed back headphones, which makes most of them sound like really intense and shouty and kind of like almost like an IEM, where they're kind of like coupling closer to my eardrum, and like I get experiences of like painful harshness easier, especially like when you pair that with the usual dip you see in the low mid range here. Like, closed backs are generally like big bass, thin mid range, and then, I mean, usually for me, too bright of treble, which this absolutely does not have. Now, just comparing it to the normal one, the one that was their stock design, still a very similar design and still very similar features. It's just a little bit of zhuzhing here, a little bit warmer here. Overall, not a massive difference, but enough to make this, like, for a closed back, like, yes, it's a little bit warmer. It doesn't have that 10K peak on my head. I would probably reach for the Ouroboros before I reach for a 650, though.
Interesting.
Again, because of the treble working a little bit better for me. Now, unfortunately, again, you guys can't really buy this. When we say the driver is from the Recon 500, that Turtle Beach headset, That's because like people are actually currently buying that headphone just to farm drivers for it because you can't get the drivers anywhere else we know of. And there are a lot of other changes that Gollum made to like the baffle and I think the infill of the cups and stuff like that. So
Cool.
I like it a lot, but I've been pretty careful about hyping it too much online because it's not really something most people can get, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Turtle Beach is going, why the hell are people buying so many of these all of a sudden?
I think most people are buying them used. I don't even know if they're still sold new.
Oh, okay.